Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you had a really great day trading today. So today was Monday, April 21st, and we started this brand new week with really big down moves across the board. Look at this, nothing under 2% down. And we opened SPY. We're on the 30-minute time frame here, and we opened with a gap down away from this 35 EMA. So let's take a look back. Last week, we did see resistance at this downward facing 30-minute 200 moving average. Then Wednesday, we gapped underneath this 35 EMA, saw that as resistance. And then today we gapped away from that 35 EMA. So we were in full bear mode today. The bottom of the implied move was 518 right here, and we just dropped right out. We took it all the way down to the bottom of the trading range for the day. We definitely managed to stay within that. And in last night's member video, I did suggest 513 510 bull put spreads. So 513 is right here, 510 is right here, and you could see that would have filled up all the way, and then that last candle of the day pushed us back up to close above that spread. So I'm definitely liking the new way of calculating the short strike that I will likely be on. And SPX, we also opened here with that gap down away from the 35 EMA, then we dropped all the way down to the bottom of the trading range. And members got 5150, 5120 as the suggested spread for the day, and that is 5150 is right here. You could see it was a really close call, but we did close up 100%. The short strike was 5150. We closed at 5158. So last candle of the day, we did get that pushback up, and these spreads did close in the green. SPY today did close down 2.38%. SPX down 2.36%. VIX came up 14% at close. And I think we saw up to VIX at 35 today, and we did not close within the implied move today. We did close within the trading range, but not within the implied move from options. All right, and then let's take a look at QQQ. Last week with the moving averages, we did see a very similar setup. Let me take price out for just a second, and you could see 35 EMA came back up to the 30-minute 200 moving average, which was facing down, and we saw that 35 EMA get pushed away at the very end of the week. So today we followed through with that, and we gapped down. We took it all the way down to the bottom of the trading range. This morning, I suggested 430, 427 bull put spreads, and that is right here. 430 is right here, 427 is right here, and we did swing back up in that last candle to close up 100% on those spreads. Now, if you're confused about what I'm talking about, the members video is made available after 4 p.m. So right now, yesterday's video is available. I walked through how to get the calculation for all of these spreads. So if you are a little bit confused, go back and watch. I did slow down a little bit and explain how we came up with this spread, with how I came up with 430, 427. And that was a 100% winner today. So it might be worth going back and checking that out. QQQ closed down 2.47%. VXN up 12.31% at close. And we did not close within the implied move. We did stay within the trading range today. And next we have IWM. We opened here with a gap down and underneath the 35 EMA. Last week, we tried really hard to hold that 35 EMA. When Jerome Powell spoke right here, we did break underneath for a moment, and then we got back up above it. Today, we did lose that. So we did get back underneath the 35 EMA and traded underneath it for the entire day. IWM does a really awesome job of staying within the implied move, and 182 was the bottom of the implied move, and we closed at 182.74. So even though I did suggest one strike out, 181, 180, if you did take 182, 181, that would have closed up 100% as well. So the bottom of the implied move was right here, basically lined right up, right with the support, and we dipped under. Anywhere here would have been good premium to sell, and we did curl back up and close within the implied move. IWM did close down 2.01%. RVX up 8.26% at close today, and we did close within the implied move today. All right, and lastly, let's look at DIA. DIA had a massive move today, all the way down to the implied move for the week. Let's take a look back just a little bit. Last week, we did see resistance at this downward facing 30-minute 200 moving average. So 3 times resistance, and then we gapped back underneath the 35 EMA. Thursday, we gapped down, saw that gap as resistance, and then today we gapped down and extended those losses. We dropped all the way down to the bottom of the trading range today. If you were looking down below, we did get a red signal line right here. Basically, after the second rejection off of the 30-minute 200 moving average, we got that red signal line, and then once we got underneath the 35 EMA, that line actually coincides really often with the signal line on Stupid Willie. So we stayed underneath that 35 EMA and watch down below. We are getting pretty oversold here and at the bottom of the implied move. So that is technically 2 levels. One being the bottom of the implied move, that is an oversold signal. We also have a backup oversold signal here. Technical bounce here, definitely a possibility because of those 2 things. We're still bearish, we still have that downward momentum, but we might try and swing up with that 35 EMA in the red. That is another oversold signal. So really interesting start to the week. I hope you guys made money today. Coming up next, the members video where we will go over tomorrow's trading ranges and everything in it. Members, you're going to get that video right away. Non-members, you can see that video tomorrow at 4 p.m. So if you're on the fence about joining, check that video out tomorrow after markets close and see if you would have traded any differently if you had seen that video first. And have fun tomorrow, trade safe, make sure you take profits when you're up, and I will see you guys in a little bit.